What is up, Jabronis? JJ back here with Joey Work and without Holden. We tried to give him till 12:05. We tried to do the right thing, Joey, right? I mean, he says he'll be a few minutes late. I mean, now we're talking 7 minutes late. I mean, like, tardiness is just like in his nature. I'm all for, being fashionably late, but I mean, this is just downright disrespectful at this point. You come into the show on time with a nice shirt. I mean, Holden's probably going to come in the show 10 minutes late looking like shit. What are your thoughts on Holden's lack of care for coming to the show on time?
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to blame it on Big T, but, full responsibility is on Holden. I get it. I was watching, the sports show earlier. You know him. He's just taking his nonchalant time. No care about the bet show. No care about this side making jokes. I'll be late. Who cares? It is what it is. We move on.
That's right. We roll on. All right. So I guess we could just get started. Holden will probably come in, give his best bets, whatever that means. And then we could pick it up from when he comes on, whatever. But we can start with the Nats Braves, Paul Espinino and Drew Smiley. Nats lineup literally just got released like 5 minutes ago. Woof. It's look, if you wanted to bet the Nationals before this lineup came out, I mean, woof. Like, the lineup's usually bad, but they're sitting even guys. I mean, they probably have like some double-A guys going today. What is your thoughts on this game? Obviously, a bit of a big line in favor of Atlanta. Not a huge line though. Smiley has not been pitching well at all, at least in the last few games anyway, collectively. What's your take on this game? Any thoughts?
I mean, Espino didn't pitch terrible last start out, but again, as you mentioned, just watching the lineup, nothing great. And Atlanta's been hot as of late. I think pretty sure they're tied for the division lead right now with the Phillies after winning yesterday. They just continue to win games. Definitely have some question marks in the bullpen, especially back end of that bullpen. But so does Washington. Washington has a lot of questions in the bullpen. And lineup per lineup, Atlanta's lineup, again, is very scary after the additions they made during the trade deadline. So I'm not totally against taking Atlanta first 5, lay the half, or, lay run and a half on Atlanta full game. Nothing official, but those are my leans.
Yeah, and the Nats have lost 5 in a row too. And again, look, we've always said this, like Sundays where the weird stuff happens. The weird stuff happens primarily because you get weird lineups, and then, I don't know if it's most pitchers are used to throwing during the evenings or even late afternoons, and it's now you're pitching 1 o'clock afternoons. So weird things tend to happen on Sundays. I get it though. This line does seem a little soft in favor of Atlanta, but I'm with you. I'll just stay away. All right, so next game, Phillies Reds, Aaron Nola, Sonny Gray. Now, these are two pitchers that recently have been struggling quite a bit, specifically Nola. Phillies lined at $135 here, probably makes sense. I always say Philly ballpark, when they hang a total of 7.5 or 8 on a warm day, you should be thinking about betting the over, primarily because this park shouldn't have totals that warrant 7.5 or 8. Obviously, this one's 8, so a little higher. But two pitchers struggling. I'd argue we get 2 full starting lineups from both teams. Joey, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, the Phillies, Nola pitched good his last start, really good, until it was limited because of the rain delay versus the Dodgers. Previously, he's definitely struggled. Then he had 1 good start in there versus the Yankees as well. So he gets up for these big games. Is this a big game he gets up for? Probably not, with them, leaving town after today, going on a trip. And Cincinnati, I'm not, Cincinnati's lineup's not full. I mean, I'm not really fully scared of him, but this team is home run or bust mainly. They score 9 runs in a game, score 1 run in the next day. Dude, I think Nola could shut him down somewhat, but and Sonny Gray, I'm not really afraid of. Obviously, he pitches better on the road where they are here, but not a great pitcher's ballpark, as you mentioned. So I guess the lean is with Cincy and the dog, but nothing official.
Okay, yeah, and I'm the same way there as well. I don't like anything in that one. Now, this next game, Pirates Brewers, Dylan Peters, Eric Lauer. I really wanted to target the Pirates over their number. However, there's no lineup yet, and this is not exactly a team I want to try to guess their lineup on a Sunday afternoon because they don't have a lot of strong bats as it is, and if they sit 2 or 3 of those, it's tough sledding to try to hope to get runs out of this bunch. Brewers lineup looks relatively okay, I guess. I'd argue they're almost starting everybody today. I don't know what you're going to get from Pittsburgh. It is warm today, but Pittsburgh's not really a hitter's park per se. It's more of a neutral field overall. Milwaukee's a pretty big favorite here, though, with Lauer, and this is a fat line for a guy like Eric Lauer. I'd argue for some value on Pittsburgh, but again, a team like Pittsburgh's not really trying to win games, and you're going to see a lot of this as we get down the stretch, and maybe there'll be some value on some of these bigger dogs in some instances. But until I get this Pirates lineup, and we'll likely get this lineup while we're on the show at some point, so maybe I'll come back to reference it if I really like the spot. But overall, I can't back up a Pirates team total without their lineup. What's your take on this game, Joey?
Yeah, I agree. We don't have – I mean, Dylan Peters is going for – it looks like Dylan Peters is going for Pittsburgh. He has been really good in the minors this year, but all previously major league stints, not good. He had a 6 ERA, 31 games since 2017. He's been up and down from the minors throughout his whole career, and he hasn't pitched more than 3 innings in any appearance since July 10th. So this is essentially a bullpen game for the Pirates. Milwaukee has been playing really good. Obviously, they're beating up on these shitty teams, as they should do. As a good team does, beat these teams, win these games they should win, and they continue to do this. Eric Lauer, nothing special, but do I think he gets the job done today? Probably. They probably win a game by 3-4 runs. I wouldn't be surprised. 7-3 game, 7-4 game in favor of Milwaukee. So nothing official here, but I do lean with Milwaukee.
All right, cool. And I'll go back to that game if I in fact do see a Pirates lineup that I like. I'll give that as a play from me. Quick shout out to some folks in the chat. I know we haven't been I've been ignoring you. Usually Holden kind of helps out in this regard, but Holden's on the lam right now. Brian Smith, Adam, Marion, Sanjay, Jackie. First of all, I mean, this is a real decision we have to take offline, Joey. Do we want Holden on this show moving forward? It's worth conversation. It's worth conversation, that's for sure. And then he's too busy. He's too busy being on another show, paying attention to that. But thanks for the heads up, Holden. Appreciate that. Patrick, B-Rad.
15. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, thanks, Holden. Appreciate it. Kyle, Gerardo, Holden again. Guy's swamped. B-Rad, Joe, Chris, Yeezy, Ramon, Ray, Uncle T. Get ready. Holden's on his way in. I mean, what are we? I mean, are we buckling up? I mean, first of all, I hope he does come in a little bit guns blazing, so I could boot his ass in his first 30 seconds. But either way, we move on. Corey, what's up, everybody? Nathan as well. Thanks for hanging out. So we'll jump to the next game, and as Holden comes in, it's fine. Red Sox, Orioles. So Eduardo Rodriguez, Keegan Aiken. Joey, I'm pretty confident we're on the same logic here. Eduardo Rodriguez, there are some parts about his numbers that do mean progression is on the way, but the numbers that he gives up, weighted OBA speaking, to both lefties and righties, I don't know how quickly that progression is going to come. Oh, and look at who's making faces. Look who it is.
Was I making faces? I'm just going to drop in, give my picks, and leave. I don't want to have to pwn you guys again like I did last week. Over on the Red Sox team total, over on the Baltimore team.
It doesn't work like that.
Is it just me? Is it just the chat? The chat can let me know. Wasn't that boot warranted? Guy comes in, doesn't even acknowledge why he was late, doesn't even say why he was late. He just comes in. I'm going to give my picks and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. First off, nobody's here for your picks. You're supposed to be the host to fucking keep us all together. This guy comes in, gives away his picks that he just copied from the sheet that are mine and yours. And, these are what I like. Let me get out of here. So when they say it, they'll be like, why? Oh, you're picking the same pick as Holden? No, Holden's picking the same pick as us.
All right. Take a deep breath. Here's another chance. Holden, how are you?
I'm going to go get some fucking betting. Fuck you guys. Also, this Yoho Dozo motherfucker with the A's is going to hit a home run. And then
you don't even know the guy's name? I mean, are we joking?
Matt Breida's going to score a touchdown next week. Tigers money line first 5. Anything else you cocksuckers want?
I mean, what a mess. I mean, you're giving out NFL player props in preseason for a week from now on a baseball show.
Listen, I was not going to be late, and then Tony hopped on and completely derailed that show. So it just took a little while. But I'm going to go shopping. You guys were not nice to me. I'm feeling very sensitive. I'm feeling very sensitive today.
Holden feels attacked, Joey. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Cry me a river.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, guys. Remember, don't take the Red Sox money line. That's a bad bet. Red Sox team total over. Orioles team total over. Game over. Keegan Aiken under 4.5 Ks.
So you like both team totals over. Why not just bet the full game over?
And I said the full. Just bet everything. Bet everything.
So bet everything over.
Yeah, unload your whole account. That'll be good too. Don't worry about bankroll management on this show.
Joey, since we're on the Baltimore game anyway, you want to give a pick you like?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Orioles team total over. Never mind the other 6
Oh, nice
bets.
way to steal it, dickhead.
Steal it. It's been on the sheet for 5 hours.
Sheet. I haven't seen anything on the sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got a better number.
Yeah, right.
Probably got a better number than you.
All right. So,
what'd you get? 4.5, probably.
I got 3.5 minus 105. I guarantee I still got a better number than your dumb ass.
Exactly what I got.
Okay, so that's why I beat. Yeah, you got the same number because you're copied from the sheet.
No, I didn't even look at
another
the sheet
timeout, and don't bring
them
back
looking
this
at the
time.
sheet today.
Holy hell!
No.
So speaking of Eduardo Rodriguez, I know he pitched pretty good against Tampa and Detroit, like the last 2 times out. But then previously, he's really struggled. He left the game early in the Yankee game because he didn't want to pitch. The time before that, Toronto, he got rocked versus Toronto. And Orioles lineup's pretty decent. They're bringing, basically the starting lineup out there, and they hit lefties really good. They're in top 10 in almost all advanced stats versus lefties. And I think they score some runs here. So I don't know who's going to win the game because Keegan Aiken is a freaking nutcase. He could give up 10 runs himself, but or he could limit this team. I'm not sure. This might be, it's a Sunday game, so the Red Sox can sit bats here before they get away. So I'm not totally against it, but Orioles will score 4 runs on the road. I really like this play. Minus 305, minus 105 via, pretty sure it was BetMGM. So that'll be one of my official plays.
Now get Tony on the show because I can, all 3 of you. So, yeah, send me the link. I'd love to shit on all 3 of you for laughing at me last week. So
you're dressed like a 10-year-old today, too.
No,
what are you doing?
Can't steal my shtick.
What are you
like
doing?
Like a Latin King toddler over there.
Yeah, it's called Burberry. You don't know. You don't have style, so you don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, wipe my ass with shirts like that.
Yeah, you wipe your ass with a Burberry shirt.
What are you drinking?
Black coffee, always.
Grape juice over there?
Black coffee, always.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, black coffee.
Look at this LED setup. Look at this LED setup from Anthony Wayne.
Following my boy Holden over here. I mean, Holden was jerking off to this bet show, so I wanted to hear if he actually picks winners.
And then I got to hear the shit that they're crushing me. Like, I'm the only one that promotes the bet side. You don't even do a good job of it. I do it, and then I get shit on for this. It's very disappointing.
What are you talking about?
You bring up, like, the World Series, but you don't know how to promote it either.
Yeah.
So don't promote the bet side anymore. No more porn
stars. Is that what we said?
No more nothing.
Can you just kick him off the show? We'll run a Me You Big Dave.
I'm going to go get some.
If I was the host, I would already put him in timeout.
Yeah, he's already been in timeout.
He was already in timeout. He's been on for 30 seconds.
I'm in a tremendous mood today, and I'm not going to let anybody on this show bring me down. And that includes you, Mr. Holden. So that it's not gonna bring me down. And I will say this as well. Holden's gonna victory lap that Rays total when he got like 8 runs in the 8th inning.
I know.
That is why you bet it, because you're going against the Baltimore bullpen, ding dong.
Ding dong.
Jorge Lopez goes like 7 innings, 2 earned, and then in comes the bullpen. Bullpen.
I was relaxed the whole game. It was so relaxing. I was like, I know the bullpen's coming in. So
anyway, so Big T, Holden's really grabbed his nuts and threw them on the table today. Just said, if you see anywhere you see the word over in the Orioles Rays game, whether it's player props, hitting, runs,
under player props,
just click over.
Under Keegan Aiken case.
Well, I said hitting props.
Oh, okay. I thought you said player.
That's what Holden does. He's smart. That's the one thing he's smarter than Joey Work. Joey Work hates Tampa.
Tampa is not playing in this game.
I thought you just said freaking Tampa.
I did. Oh my god.
Who are you saying?
It's the Orioles versus the Red Sox.
Oh yeah, Red Sox. Yeah, the Red Sox are gonna score fucking 20 runs again.
That's excellent. So I guess what if it plays out again like that, where it's the 7th inning, it's 2 runs for the Red Sox,
and he gets another 9-piece in the 9th.
That's going
to happen. They're going to score against the bullpen. Bet it live too.
Yeah,
Bet it live up to 17.5. So did you guys get to any games before I showed up? Or
2 or 3 games.
Yeah, this was game 4.
All right. Well,
3.
Yeah, I just don't.
We're not going to go back for you. That was game 4. We're not going back either.
But
all right. So
you got anything on this game we work?
Is this a fair assessment?
I mean, JJ
Holden, this is a fair assessment.
What?
Everything over.
Best bet, everything over.
Except for Keegan Aiken case,
which you like under. So that's an easy over, folks. You want to make that bet?
He is going to get
over 4.5 Ks. You're probably getting a dog money at some spots.
Yeah, he's getting smoked. So for those of you that just joined the show, have you done Braves and Nationals?
We did.
We're going to go in order. So next game is Cleveland, Detroit. Thank you.
Well, that would be the 5th game.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Detroit. Oh, this is my next best bet.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh God.
Tigers first 5 money line. I was working on the DFS show, and everybody loves Drew Hutchinson. Well, if you love Drew Hutchinson, how do you not take the Tigers plus 120 in the first 5? I don't understand how you don't do it. Joey Work, continue to shake your head. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this game as a whole.
As a whole, I'm kind of interested in Cleveland. Better bullpen. Tristan McKenzie knows what he's doing. Drew Hutchinson's been good. Where? In the minors? Look at his major league numbers. Nothing really good. He's pitched in the minors. This is the first time he's been stretched out. He's been a bullpen arm. His whole career he's been a bullpen arm. Now he's pitched in the minors, and he's pitched really good. Okay. As you guys mentioned all the time, the minors. What does the minors mean? Dick. And if you look at his stats in the minors, so AAA he pitched good. AA, his numbers are really bad. So,
it's too easy for him.
Too easy? AAA's too easy?
No, AA was too easy for him. So
he
was like, screw it. Then he starts thinking.
So his ERA in Omaha, 16.
If you zoom in on Joey, you could actually see like steam coming out of his ears.
He is. He's pissed. He's dressed like it's November, man. What the fuck is that?
I'm going to a christening, and this is called Burberry. So this is cost a lot of money. I know you know what style is, though, right?
Yeah.
Holy hell!
Still look like a dipshit spending all that money.
Holy hell!
Are you wearing Yeezys today with that?
Oh my God! Yeah, I got my Yeezys on right now in the office, just giving you winners. Okay, so full game, I lean definitely with the Indians. They've been stingy as of late. The bats, they barely strike out. I know Drew Hutchinson's such a strikeout pitcher too, right, Holden? So we're really afraid of him. The only thing I'm afraid of in this game is what Tristan McKenzie does. Because
Tony, how's Drew Hutchinson looking? Tony,
anything? This is where DFS is different from betting though, because
correct.
He's 4,600 in DFS, which is completely different than what Joey's talking about.
That's right.
So, I'm not saying Hutchinson is freaking Chris Sale from yesterday, but yeah, I don't like him. I don't think he's good, so I agree with Joey. I do think he's a good DFS play, though, at 4,600.
Tigers first 5 money line. JJ, what's up?
How are you? I'm good. This game, I'm indifferent to it. I think I agree that McKenzie's a tough pitcher to trust, and as a decent favorite now or small favorite now. I don't know much about the Hutchinson kid. Obviously, he has some Jekyll and Hyde-like AAA, AA numbers. Could pitch well today. This Indians lineup looks pretty good as far as their normal starting lineup goes. Same thing with the Tigers. I'd expect there to be runs today in this game. Total a little high for this park, so overall stay away. But it is nice to have a little bit of combativeness on the show. I can appreciate it.
Yeah, it's on me. I was the one that brought the combativeness. It's as simple as that. Did we do the Cubs-Marlins game?
No, that would be next.
Joey, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Cubs-Marlins game.
Yeah, I've been betting the Marlins this whole series, and I'm going to.
How's that working out for you?
1-1 so far, because I did bet the first 5 yesterday, so that was a loser, but they did come back. I'm pretty sure they came back and win the game. So I'm just going to continue to fade the Cubs until they win a game. They've lost how many games in a row now? 12, 11? I know Eliza Hernandez going for the Marlins. He had, this is his first start back in the majors since it's been a couple. I think he's only had 2 starts thus far this year. His final rehab start he had Wednesday, AAA baseball, 10 strikeouts over 5, 1 earned run. This is his 3rd start in the majors. He gets obviously a watered down Cubs lineup. Alex Mills, nothing crazy. The thing is, we're playing in Miami, hard to score there, and the Marlins not the greatest offensive all. So that's really what held us down yesterday. They scored 3 runs in the 6th. They were down 1-0 in the 5th, scored 3 runs in the 6th. But all in all, I really think the Marlins win this game, probably by margin as well. Probably get about 5-6 innings for Elijah to go to the bullpen, and I expect them to score off Alex Mills as well. And De La Cruz is friggin' rocking the ball. I'm pretty sure he has 3 home runs his last 3 games. So there you go. There's your DFS pick. Shout out to my guys in the chat too. Before Holden says anything,
how about our guy Johnny Cochran? How about our guy Johnny Cochran?
Thanks for tuning in.
Here to promote the goods. We appreciate you, Johnny. Keep doing your thing.
Yep. Thanks for hiding behind somebody's name, somebody's photo, and just talking smack. We appreciate it. Shout out to chat: Drew Q, Sanjay, CT Bays, WT, Chris. I just baptized Holden. Appreciate you guys.
You didn't.
That's what he
you
said.
You did such a better job on other days. I can't take you seriously when you're dressed like that. I can't.
I know, because the shirt's worth more than your whole outfit.
JJ, did you well, that's bad style. You wasted a bunch of money. JJ, have you heard of the Jerky Boys?
You don't know style.
You heard of the Jerky Boys?
The Turkey Boys?
The Jerky Boys.
That sounds familiar.
All right. Well, we won't go into it since you haven't. So do you have anything on this game? Frank Schwindel is hitting up near the top of the order today.
I think Joey brought up a good point. You don't bet on a team that's lost 10 games in a row. They could win today, but you don't jump on it in that direction. Marlins, I think you're paying extra tax on them, though, considering how the Cubs have been losing games. This is why it's detracting me away from wanting to make this bet on the Marlins in any fashion. But don't be betting the Cubs. Not whether you shouldn't have been betting them the last 5-6 games anyway. So if you've been betting them and keep losing, you certainly shouldn't keep doing it. But either way, they're just not playing well, and they don't even care to win games anymore. So not that the Marlins do, but you can't be taking a small price like this on the Cubs in a spot like this.
Tony, you got anything on this game?
Nope.
Saul Rosenberg. You know what I'm talking about, Chris. I think Frank Schwindel was the other guy in that one, or Frank Rizzo or something. Now we get to the 12-10 games. Correct me if
Big T, thoughts?
No, he had none.
He had none. An actual picture?
I don't know, right? Who's that?
Come on, Lindsay. Is that an actual picture?
Lindsay, slide in the DMs. What are you doing?
Lindsay probably has a penis because that's all I'm saying. That
Agreed.
is not Lindsay. It's Lindsay's husband. Lindsay, be honest with us in the chat. Do you have a penis? Yes or no? We have now moved
Yankees versus the White Sox. Nestor Cortez, Lucas Giolito.
We got to go in order.
That's order.
I'm going to totally derail it if we don't. Let me do my order. We're in deep shit. Raise Twins.
His order.
Raise Twins. I'm telling you, Joey, you don't want to listen for the good of the show.
It's fine. It's still a 2 o'clock game. We're fine.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so raising Twins. Raise minus 65 in the money line. Twins plus 150. Joey Work. Let's start with you here on the raising the Twins.
Yeah, so I'm taking a dog here. I'm taking the Twins first 5. I know the lefty Charlie Barnes hasn't been great. But as we know, how bad is this Toronto team versus lefties? Got to be, I think, the bottom 5 in all major categories versus lefties. So, and Barnes hasn't been terrible in minors. If you want to combine his numbers to the other guy, Chad Hutchinson, we're talking about earlier, Barnes has actually been a little bit better. His strikeout numbers definitely decent, 6, 7, 5. I expect him. I know the line. I'm pretty sure the line's 3.5, so that's probably about even. But his last couple starts in the majors, he has struggled versus the White Sox, Cincinnati. He pitched against Detroit. He pitched pretty well, so I think this is a good spot for him. You can get a half run plus 108. You get the half run, and Patino has struggled more on the road. Obviously, this game's on the road. Minnesota's lineup sneaky. They got all the bats in there. As of right now, their lineup looks pretty good. And this is a team that I mentioned probably last Sunday that I'm going to sneakily back moving forward because they haven't thrown in the towel yet. As bad as their record is, they haven't thrown the towel in yet, and they continue to score runs. So I'm taking Minnesota first 5 plus a half. You get that at plus 108 for a half unit, and then the money line plus 145 for a half unit. So 2 correlated half unit plays on Minnesota first 5.
Yeah, go put your IG up there, Lindsay. I will absolutely DM you. I'm not kidding. JJ, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, I agree with Joe. We said this last week that Minnesota is a team that you can begin to target betting almost on I don't want to say daily basis, but even every other day basis. They look like a team. I think the overall general betting public that just kind of has hung up the season. However, you look at this team's lineup and they're still pretty good, and they have decent starting arms. Their bullpen's certainly not terrible. So they're not your typical team with 50 wins right now. And you saw it yesterday where they piled up a ton of runs. I think they could do something similar today. I like the spot that Joey mentioned here, grabbing first 5. Not that I personally think the Rays are hanging up to dry here in this spot, but I just think it's a value spot. I think the Twins overall plus 150 is wild for a game like this. So overall, I agree with Joey. I like the Twins.
Tony, are you not as high on the Rays today as you normally are?
No, I am just as high. Yeah, they're gonna own Joey Work.
Yeah, that's his input. If you want to take that, all those stats he gave, or do you want to give ours? It's all good.
Joey Work. They want winners. They don't give a shit about stats.
Okay.
Tampa Bay's going to the winner's circle. Actually, I like Minnesota's offense too, though. Minnesota.
With all that info you gave, you convinced me. That's for damn sure.
You like winners, then you like. I mean, you think they give a shit about the fucking minor league numbers and the hard hit rate and whatever else you said? They want to know the winner, Joey Work.
Holden, thoughts on the game?
Joey, you got anything else?
No, he's researching the next stat for his next winner. Get another stat out there, Joey Work. Who did Joey Work take? I'm going against him now. He pissed me off.
Joey, who's your picks today? Big T's going Oppo. What do you got?
Yeah, you have to watch the show to get all the picks.
For that pick, Joey's on the first 5 Minnesota, so you could just go the opposite end, Tony.
Oh, that is
Joey grabbed the half run with Minnesota. You could take you could lay the half run with Tampa.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go against him.
That was a quick retreat right there.
Cards, Royals, J Happ coming off a nice start. Minus 120 is St. Louis on the road. Royals are plus 105. Let me go back and look at the total. You guys got the total? I thought I saw 10.5 on this one. Yeah, 10.5. You can find it at 10, actually, if you wanted to bet the over, under at 10.5. JJ, you've been kind of quiet this show. I don't know why. Can you elaborate on this game?
Am I elaborating on why I've been quiet, or am I elaborating on this game?
I don't give a shit. Say something. I miss you.
Yeah, so I've been letting the stars be stars. I'm happy to take a back seat. You guys want to argue with one another about this type of stuff. That's cool. I'll just kind of do my thing. As for this game in particular, look, last week it was one of my best bets, right? Royals Cards under the number. I think the first 5 was 5.5. So it's a similar spot here where it's 5.5. The difference is, of course, this is in an American League ballpark. Last week, we got bailed out on a few different spots. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but it was one of the bets I gave up from the show. Felt like we got bailed out quite a bit by pitchers being up in high leverage situations. You're not going to have that today. You didn't have it yesterday. I know the game started yesterday pretty quiet as far as runs scored. So you could go back to a first 5 under. Well, here it should be 5.5 again. It might even be 6 if Holden's right with that number now moving up to 10.5. Bubik is a tough pitcher to watch. He just faced these Cardinals bats last week, and he got himself out of quite a few jams. He also gave up a monster double to John Lester, which is like, give me a break. Anyway, so J.A. Happ, very similar, right? He's had a good start or two now with the Cards, but we know it's only a matter of time before those wheels come off. Look, I just out of principle, I want to bet the first 5 under here, but I will stay away. The American League spot here scares me.
Joey Works.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's hard to back J.A. Happ. I know he pitched really good his last start, and he was that was like an even money game versus the Pirates. So now he's a little bit of a favorite versus Kansas City. It would be dog or pass for me. Kansas City, definitely could hit J.A. Happ. Bubik, the lefty, nothing special. You're basically betting on the starting pitching here because St. Louis's bullpen is, according to my numbers, the worst in baseball. So I want really no part of that bullpen. So if you're going to bet on, in my opinion, if you're going to bet on St. Louis, you take the first 5, and you have enough confidence to back J.A. Happ. I don't. So this is stay away.
Mr.
I just want to go on record. I feel personally attacked, Larry. And Larry, you're one of the guys. I mean, let's chill out. Let's chill out, Larry Thomas. Okay.
Tell Bradley Stevens this is a bet show, not the DFS side. So that's why we're not talking. The DFS side was an hour earlier, and that's
He saw Tony.
Bradley, thank you for telling us.
Who was asking about the DFS side?
Bradley Stevens.
There's 20 minutes left.
Bradley, if you want next week, go ahead and email us the show script, and we'll just run it off how you want it, if that works.
This is off the rails.
What is going on with the chat? I'll just call all you motherfuckers out.
JJ's had it up to here. Yeah, that's it. JJ's had it up to here. To be honest, JJ, it has gone off the rails. Like, this is worse than normal.
I'm trying to keep it flowing, but the chat's just going nuts, and I'm happy to call all you people out.
Bradley.
Keg is like, oh my God, this show's fucking nuts.
Bradley, look at the YouTube name. It says Run Pure Bets.
I think he's trolling, buddy. I think he's having fun.
How about Sanjay saying, "Get your dad on the show, please, to get things back on the track"? Do you not remember what it's like when he's on the show?
Yeah.
People.
It will never, ever be on the rails with that man.
Can somebody give Bradley Stevens DFS play and stop being ignorant? Okay.
I gave you a DFS play.
Go play Drew Hutchinson at 4K on DK. And the Yozo feller from Oakland, the catcher.
Oh God! Any one of you else has big balls and want to say something stupid in the chat? You're also getting called out.
You hit it. You hit the limit when JJ starts going off. JJ's usually very mild mannered on this show. You guys pissed him off, so congratulations, assholes.
You guys, it's probably you started it.
See, you dress like a toddler and you talk like a toddler. This is what I'm saying, Joey Work.
Yeah, toddlers wear Burberry.
All right, let's go. My toddler did.
Yeah, right. You don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I have one of those scarves that looks the same way. Yankees, White Sox, 8.5 is the total. Yankees plus 115, White Sox minus 170 with Giolito. JJ, you were saying something about this game.
I was just doing the intro for it. I've always been a Giolito guy. I do look at this Yankees lineup though, and again, back of the order looks a little rough. At least the White Sox are starting what I'd consider to be their typical starting lineup. With all that said, though, I think this line's actually priced fairly. I was hoping the Yanks would be actually a bigger dog than this, but it does make sense. Giolito should be about $1.90 here, and that's what he is. So overall, I can't target anything there. As far as the total goes, I'd slightly lean in favor of the full game under. I think you have two very good bullpens here overall. I know the Yanks went through that stretch a while back where they were rough, but starting to get some guys back. And overall, the White Sox, I've always said this, I think I have the best bullpen in all of baseball. I think this number is a bit high. So lean under the 8.5 full game under.
I disagree. I lean full game over. The White Sox bullpen, especially Liam Hendricks, has got beaten up by the Yankees. He's not pitching today. I could bet my money on that. And then also the lefty they got from the Orioles. Who's the Yankees lefty they got from the Orioles? He sucks. So he told the coach today he wants to no longer be in the closer role because he doesn't have confidence. After last night, he loaded the bases, almost blew the game again, where they brought in one of the young guys they got. So the Yankees bullpen is beat up right now too. They still don't have Chapman. Chad Green pitched a 1 1/3 last night. Loaizaga pitched last night. All the big arms pitched last night. And I expect Cortez, they're going to score off Cortez. It's just do the Yankees do their part and score off Giolito. I actually do expect the Yankees to score about 3 runs. So I lean full game over. Nothing official. But, this is why we have the show.
You got to put Bradley Stevens up there, JJ. Hey, Joey Work, you got some dope to sell me along with that attire?
No, it's from all the wins from the last week. I went on a heater betting wise, so I got a new shirt. All right.
Tony, you got anything on this game? White Sox?
This guy's getting the boot.
Yeah, I like Timmy Anderson over 1.5 bases.
Okay. All right, your input is done.
I forgot freaking football starts at 1 too.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, you missed it. You missed it. Holden gave out a player prop for next week for a preseason game next week in the NFL on this show.
God.
Matt Breida over 14.5 total yards.
Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine?
Do you even know where he's playing now, JJ?
I don't.
He's in Buffalo. And trust me, Matt Breida, 15 yards total. Book it next week. After you win all your units this week, roll it over and play it next week. A's and Rangers. Mapozo. I can't get a home run prop on him, though. Minus 220 for the A's. Plus 180. Come on, JJ. We don't want anything with this game, do we? No.
Where'd Tony go? Did I miss something?
Maybe Lindsay scared him away.
He was just done.
Okay, so real quick, I want to say because
Ray went to go hit up Lindsay Bore.
Ray he probably did because Ray brought this up. I actually really like this Pirates lineup today, all things considered. So best bet for me will be over their 3.5 team total full runs. I'm seeing here BetMGM at plus 110. It's hard for me to shop and do the show at the same time, but to me that's a smash spot. So Pirates over the team total at 3.5.
Pirates.
That's going to be one of my best bets. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier in the show when you were late that I would wait for them to come out, and if it did, I would target it if it made sense. It does. I like the spot.
Joey, Jacqueline Martin wants to bang you.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
Do you have anything on the A's game?
Not really. The line is too juicy for I lean Oakland, but the line is way too juiced up. Like even the first 5, it's minus 140. You lay the half run, and Minaya has given up runs as of late. So I'm not really interested in it. Colby Allard is not somebody I really trust at all. And we know how bad this Texas team is versus lefties. So the lean is Oakland, but I don't want to lay minus 140.
By the way, Tony La Russa talking about Liam Hendriks' recent struggles, referring to the Field of Dreams game as the corn game.
Yeah, how about last night, though? He gave up 2 homers last night again.
Well, that's what he said.
He sucks. The problem is he only has 2 pitches. And if you could, if you guess right on what pitch is coming, you're going to hit it a mile. And that's what happened last night. Joey Gallo hit it to China, and Aaron Judge hit a home run the inning before off of the setup man, off of the guy they got from the Cubs. What the hell's his name?
You have a penis. I'm 100% sure now because give me your Instagram and I want to see if you don't. Prove it to us because I'm pretty sure you do. The next game for us to get to, Joey, let's talk about this serious. No fucking around for a second. Mm-hmm. Rockies Giants.
We're gonna let JJ go first on this one, but
all right, JJ. Rockies Giants. Did you have a bet on this, JJ? Plus 180 for the Rocks, minus 215 for the Giants. 8 is the total. I was looking at the first 5 under. What do you got on this?
Okay, so actually now I like this even more. So I like the Rockies over their team total. You can create yourself 3 pending your book. You can bet 3.5 and 2.5. But overall, I really like the spot for the Rockies to score here. All things considered. So first of all, these days you're paying an extra tax, quite a bit of an extra tax to bet the San Francisco Giants, and that's fine. However, it does correlate to the Rockies' total run output in this spot. I don't have the Rockies lineup, so yes, if they screw me here and they sit a few guys, that sucks. But overall, you're going to be able to create yourself a correlated number of 3 here, pending your book. I did it at BetMGM with 2.5 at 145 and 3.5 at plus 125. Look, I'm not a big fan of Alex Wood. I know he's pitched well this year. I know his ERA is okay, his record's great, but advanced stuff isn't excellent. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. Rockies, if there's one thing they do, they have guys that can swing from the right side of the plate. And look, I get it that they haven't been great outside of Coors, but they've been scoring runs overall in this series and the last few series as well. So yeah, I like them to score a few runs, and they've also been hitting balls out in this park as well. So that's been good to see. Overall, I think you're getting an extra tax on the Giants, which is a correlated better number for the Rockies team total. So yeah, best bet for me. I'll just put it here as Rockies team total over 3, but pending your book, you can create that.
Okay.
I definitely like that as well, Holden.
I just hit it.
Yeah, I definitely like that as well. Somewhat interested in also the Rockies' first 5, but I think JJ hit it on the button there.
The Rockies' first 5, just because you got Gray out there. He's going up against Wood, who's given up some runs lately. Yeah, I get it. Hey, Julius Peppers. What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Julius. This is a betting show, but thanks for showing up, buddy.
Yeah. Bite my tongue. Deep breath and move on.
I think he was referring to you, Joey. I think
he was referring to you.
He was probably referring to me. I was just
you were talking at 12:46.
just trying to poke the bear, seeing how you, how you react.
Thanks for getting the follower count up, Julius. Appreciate you.
And Julius, all right, let's move on. The next game that we have today is Astros Angels. Woo! Astros minus 195, whale play. I would try to take the Astros plus 6 runs to get it up somewhere around 10,000. That's going to be a lock. Angels plus 170. Total is 9 here, JJ. Thoughts on Astros?
He's talking to you. He said I was referring to the guy with the $2 chain.
Ouch.
Oh, God.
Ouch. You know, I can appreciate a good keyboard warrior for that time. I can appreciate it.
Followed up by thinking he's balling.
I can appreciate it. All right, so let's try to
What is that shirt you're wearing? Is that Washington Huskies or Washington High School or something? Washington Nationals?
Oh, yeah. All right, so here, Angel Stros. Now, if I remember correctly, Reed Detmers, was he starting last week and people were shitbagging him on last week's show or talking that he was good in the college, as the college kid? I don't remember.
He's the lefty that pitched at Vandy, I want to say, or Louisville. He pitched at Louisville.
So overall, you guys should know by now, or at least folks that have watched. I'm not a Lance McCullers guy, but this year in particular, he's definitely shown things that have made him a better arm overall. Less walks, more strikeouts, and he's been better in pressure situations. So I do think this line is warranted. The problem is Detmers likely begins to progress back to a mean, and I don't know if this line indicates that as much. The Angels have also been hitting. So all things considered, I don't know if the Astros deserve to be $1.90 here. So I'd argue for some value on the Angels. You could argue run line. You'd probably get that at minus 110 in favor of the Angels. I just think they've been hitting well or well enough. But again, McCullers has been so good, which is kind of pushing me off this. His total is probably a little high at 9. So you could slightly lean in favor of the under there. But overall, I will stay away from this spot.
Okay. Padres Diamondbacks. Minus 155 for the Padres. Do we have any news on Tatis, by the way? They said he might be able to come back this weekend, but I haven't seen anything.
He's not playing.
He's not?
Not today.
He's coming back sooner than later, but we're not going to worry about it because today is today's betting show. Joey, Diamondbacks plus 140. Any like a dog here? 9 is the total. Anything?
I would go back to JJ's play, and take the full game over here. This looks like a full bullpen game for the Padres again. They're starting with Craig Stammen, who last time they had a bullpen game, took the Marlins team total, and they scored. I want to say they got in the second inning. They scored 3 runs off of him in the first. They was 3.5, and they scored a couple runs in the second inning to get over that 3.5. So I'm not totally against taking Arizona, but I know this line is somewhat juiced, their team total here. If you get 3.5 Arizona team total, I'm definitely interested. It's going to be a full bullpen game for the Padres again. Nasbiel, Chris Matt's coming in after, but he's going to pitch an inning. It's going to be literally a full bullpen game for them. So Gallen has not been Gallen of previous seasons. He has since demised after giving away his continued quality starts. He had how many quality starts in a row? That is now gone. But so full game over and Arizona team total over on my leans here.
So for me, first of all, Holden, I'm sure you've seen the news. Dive on in. But
she wants me to DM. Lindsay wants me. How do I DM you, Lindsay?
Yeah, Lindsay, what's your Instagram? And we'll DM
how do I DM you? I typed you into Instagram and I didn't see you.
But for this game in particular, so I'll never let myself lose a bet three times in a row.
What's the news?
What happened?
What was the news you were talking about?
What news?
You just said.
Oh, that was the news. I
the Lindsay thing.
Dropped it. So overall, but I never make a bet that I'm going to lose 3 times in a row. I obviously was on the over Friday, and then I went back to it on Saturday. Look, there's been a lot of hard contact in this series. Even yesterday, the Padres get no hit, and the game almost still went over. Diamondbacks left a ton of guys on base. Look, the Padres just aren't hitting, and that's really my problem with wanting to bet the over. And also, if you're betting the Padres today, that probably means you've been betting them all series, and that hasn't been going well for you. This team is just not hitting right now. So they're in a little bit of a spell, but there was a lot of hard contact from them yesterday. They found a lot of gloves. You would think that'll median itself out today or potentially today. The Diamondbacks are another team. They are hitting the ball hard. A lot of hard contact yesterday. A lot of stuff in gaps, a lot of extra base hits. And so to me, it's tough to not like the Diamondbacks in this spot to score runs again. As for full game over, like I said, Joe, I want to agree with you. And because I'm not going to bet it, there'll probably be 25 runs scored today. But overall, yeah, I've liked what I've seen from this series. And there's been a ton of hard contact. So you can go back to the over well. I just have a thing for myself. I don't lose the same bet 3 times in a row. Today will be the third time, so I'm not going to bet it. But again, I'm with Joey. I do like this over again.
Holy shit.
What?
Pretty good looking woman.
What is?
The woman. What's her name? Lindsay. This is really her. She's really attractive.
Where's her? What? Where'd you find her? Where'd you find her?
She put it Lindsay Michelle on Instagram, and then I asked her to be her friend.
She already accepted
we've
it.
We've been catfished before, but I'm starting to think she doesn't have a penis.
Imagine never being catfished though. Woof, I couldn't.
How many times have you been catfished?
5 or 6 times at least.
Really? Yeah. You're welcome.
Mariners, Blue Jays, Logan Gilbert, Steven Matz. Holden, we'll change the tune, but we got only 2 games left. What's your thoughts, Mariners, Blue Jays?
Yeah, who's pitching?
I cannot.
No, Logan Gilbert's let's face it, man. Logan Gilbert is a bad dude. So anything to do with Seattle first 5 would be something that I would like very much.
Right.
There's my breakdown.
That's great. I'm on the Toronto Blue Jays money line -110 via Caesars now, which was William Hill. Gilbert, I guess Gilbert has been really good as Holden said, but he gives up runs every single start. He's given up 3, 4, 3, 2 his last 3 starts, last 4 starts. And now he gets the best lineup he's faced in those last 5 starts. He's pitched against Tampa Bay, Toronto, Oakland, LA, Texas twice. So now he gets the best lineup he's faced in the Blue Jays. And as we know, Seattle is the second worst team versus lefties in all of baseball. So with that said, I am going with the Toronto Blue Jays, short price on the road, -110, and backing Steven Matz, money line.
JJ, do you have a thought on this game?
No, not really. The Seattle, I'm a closeted Seattle Mariner fan, but I can't get them right at all this year. So to me, it's an easy pass. I do like the spot though with Joey.
You're just going to stick a fork in it. Okay. Then we got the Scherzer going against Carlos Cookie Carrasco. Boy, Sunday night baseball. The Dodgers are -170. The Mets are +150. The total here is between 7.5 and 8. It's like, how do you go against Scherzer though, JJ? Like, how do you mess with Scherzer? Tell me.
Yeah, I think Carrasco's trying to find himself into form. I do think his ERA is unwarranted, though. A lot of his advanced stuff. I know he has a small sample size of data with his return, but he's looked actually a lot better than his ERA shows. A lot of his advanced stuff has his numbers in the 3s. Scherzer's been great, right? He's been great since he's gone to LA, and he's been having a great season in general. But yeah, I mean, overall, I feel like the Mets have been fairly competitive this series. I know that they came back on Friday night. I know yesterday was a bit of the opposite, but overall, to me, it proved that the Mets could hit this pen if it comes to it. Overall, I think this line's a bit inflated, but you could probably wait because I'd assume the Dodgers are going to take money in this spot prior to the game start. So to me, if anything, I would wait until closer to 7 o'clock, maybe 6:30. And then I actually like the Mets first 5 here, grabbing the half run. Again, I think Carrasco's been better than he's looked. Granted, he faces a tough lineup here. But I also like what I've seen from the Mets as well. So to me, tie game after 5, I do like Carrasco first 5, grabbing the half run.
All right, before we recap the best bets, let me ask, was there too much dicking around on the show today? Do we need to be more serious next week?
So I'm going to go to the Dodgers-Mets game as well because I know Holden didn't ask. He just, I don't know what's going on the last couple times.
This is more important.
So I do expect the Mets to sit some bats tonight because I don't know if you saw, I think it was Syndergaard made a comment last night saying like, oh, who scheduled this game as we got the late night and then we got to travel to the West Coast. So by the time we get in, it's going to be about 2 a.m. tomorrow. So it's either they sit guys tonight to get ready or tomorrow. Before betting, I would definitely check out the starting lineups for that game because if you like the Mets, as JJ said, I'd expect more money to come in on the Dodgers. So that's all I got to say.
Too much today? Too much fucking around?
I mean, let's ask the chat. With those 125, you feel free to just say, was it too much screwing around today? You want to be more serious? Do you prefer when it's more serious? Do you prefer with a little bit of shenanigans? We ultimately want this to be as entertaining for you as possible, but we don't want it to feel like you have to sift for data. So, we could go with some of our friends from earlier that said our show belonged in the trash can. If I can find those comments.
That's a good one.
It's gotta be in here somewhere. But either way,
War said he liked it. JD Bonga said we're here for winners, not for Holden getting catfish.
Uncle T, get a life. Go hang out with your family. Stop watching all my videos. You're starting to creep me out, dude. 2 hours of stalking me this morning, Uncle T. Settle down.
He's not stalking. He was here for the winners.
He was on the DFS show too. It's Julius.
So my man Julius said these guys suck, and then followed it up with reminds me of the trash I found on the side of the road. Look, I think for what you get at minimum here is the self-deprecation. I mean, we could care less. Not that we can care less what you all think, but ultimately we could take a joke just like anybody else can. So, but overall, just let us know how you prefer it, and we'll try to find a happy medium.
No, they like it.
Chachu, I don't mind the banner, half and half.
Yeah. All right, I'll pull it back next week, 7%, but that's all you're getting.
Yeah, Terlansky, excellent show. This is how I prefer it. Show is fire, XX Hustle, B-Rad Malibu. He's in here every week. These are but these are the people that are here every single week. We appreciate you. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Martin, Princess Chachu.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, I'm gonna have to go get my fake gold. Maybe I'll sell to the flea market. Maybe
that hurt, didn't it?
That hurt. Maybe I'll say
hurt you a little bit. I can tell.
It hurt me right in the neck. Yeah, right in the neck area.
You ever wore a fake gold chain and ended up getting green on yourself?
Oof, I was probably 17 when I wore a sterling silver chain. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we've all been there, right?
Joey needs to not trigger Holden next week with his costume. He called it a costume.
That's pretty good. That was pretty funny.
Best bets one more time, and then we get out of here.
Yeah, so I like the Pirates over their team total at 3.5. You get that at Dog Money, BetMGM, and then I also like a correlated created number of 3 for Rockies over their team total. Those are my 2 spots.
Joey.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Orioles team total over 3.5. Twins first 5 plus the half run. Blue Jays money line.
Just everything in the Red Sox Orioles game. Over Red Sox team total. Over Orioles team total. Over game total and under Keegan Aiken 4.5 Ks. A little correlated bet right there. And Lindsay Michelle has not followed me back, so I still have a little question as to whether or not she is who she is.
Yeah, it's definitely not her.
It's not, is it?
No,
probably not. Nasty Nate. It's disgusting, and I wish you would have kept that to yourself.
But yeah, guys, look, thanks as always for watching. Sorry,
that's funny.
Thanks as always. As always, be sure to gamble responsibly as well. Check us out, Run Pure Sports, Run Pure Bets, but we'll have content for you all week. I believe Jay's show is starting earlier this week for NASCAR because I think the race starts in about 5-10 minutes. So he'll likely be going live with some of the crew as well. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, as always, folks, gamble responsibly, run pure, enjoy your Sundays, and we'll see you next week.